Sorry, I'm with you now.
John and
I'm in
okay.
the room. Pete has entered the building. Thank you very much, and it's a great honor to have you here. And you've been friends of mine for what, 3-4 years now. I mean, we've been friends for it seems forever, doesn't it? We've like I look at you guys and I see like old family members. You know, it's like it really does feel that good. Let's get us all up on the
emphasis on the old.
Maybe that way. That's a bit better, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it? Yeah, you see it all right. That's great. Right, I don't know who we got in. Is there anyone commenting? Right, who we got in the house? We got Saigon Scenes in the house. We got Helen from Lady Likeables. We got Patrick from Paddy Joe Cooking. Let's have a look. We got Jen in the house. Jen's in the house. Nice to have you here, Jen. Thank you all for joining. And say hi to Cast Iron Skillet Kitchen, otherwise known as Chef John and Rebecca.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
So, well, Patrick's here. He's from Australia. You must be familiar with the old argument around Vegemite and Marmite. This is a long going. You see, the Australians are wrong. They just don't know that Marmite is the best. They claim that Vegemite is, and it's all wrong. Most people want to step out the room when Aussies and Brits get on that argument.
When I make my beer, that's exactly what we have when we get done with it.
There you go, look. Skip. I love it. Oh, Long's Quest. Hi, Long's Quest. Not seen you before. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Meet and Chat with Cast Iron Skillet Kitchen. Right, I've got some questions somewhere. Right, for those of you not seen Cast Iron Skillet Kitchen, that's their channel. And there's a link below the video that will take you to their channel. So make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you get all the notifications of all their videos. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed. They come up with some great, wonderful dishes. Oh, that's a bit wrong. Let's have us all the same size. There you go. So let's just show that again on the... So we're all on it, plus that. Okay, right. Has anybody got any questions for Cast Iron Skillet Kitchen before we get this road on the show? Oops. That's my questions. You got the question sheet off me, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
So you kind of know what's coming. All right, that's good. Have you rehearsed your answers?
Don't
I know I would.
Yeah, they may change.
Let me just quickly do something. I need to plug something in up here.
Okay.
So you can see my pretty face and all my unshaved chin. There you go. That's a bit more light, a bit more natural light. Okay, right. This is a question for both of you, like all the questions will be. So if you each have a different answer, please give it separately. Why YouTube? What made you decide to become YouTubers?
Well, we both love to cook. Now, she's a great baker. And we like anybody else, we said maybe we could make some money. Everybody thinks that. Everybody. But once we got to doing it, it was more about the friends, everybody in this community that helped us along.
Yeah.
I mean, when you start out as a young channel, everybody's doing collabs and everything. It is very, very tight-knit family.
And I decided YouTube because he was doing it, and It's a lot of work for just one person to do. So I was doing some behind the scenes things for him, and I think it was I just, with my temperament, just one day I'm like, let me do it, and so from there a star was born, and we just kind of take turns and tag team everything now. But he's right about the fellowship and the friendships, and I was kind of nervous when he told me he started it, because I'm thinking, oh no, we're gonna get dogged, and people are going to be so mean. But we have not experienced any of that. Maybe one or two people left snarky comments, but everybody's been great.
Yeah, the snarky comments, you can ignore them because they're so few and far between, aren't they?
Yeah.
Rebecca writes on there. They say something bad, but Rebecca says, "Oh, you meant to say this? Y'all are a great channel."
You misspelled great channel.
Did I?
No, that's
when somebody tells us you
like
suck. Oh, you misspelled great
right,
channel.
gotcha. Yeah, of course, yeah, they do. They're very. Hi, KHL. Thanks for joining us, and say hi to Chef John and Rebecca. Thank you very much, KHL. Appreciate that. Thank you. Right. I think you've answered that rather comprehensively. I tell you what, boys and girls that are watching now, Chef John and Rebecca are so tech savvy. They were actually up here and ready before I was. So I kind of launched the chat room, and then I went off to forget what it was. I went off to do. Get a cup of tea or something. Hi, Bill. Bill Kong's in the house from Hong Kong.
Hi,
Thanks
Bill.
for joining us. Bill's what I would call a wine expert. He teaches people all about wine, and I think I've got a lot to learn from him, and I think it'll be rather enjoyable.
We made wine, beer, spirits.
Yes, we've done our share of making the alcohol.
Yeah, I did,
but we don't know anything about it, really.
I did quite a lot back in time. I don't really drink much now, so it's not really worth me making it. So I only have very little, but back in the day, I've made Sugar Shine. I've made Palinka, which is a raw brandy, basically. From you just make it from wine. You get gash wine, and then you just
I made it in the refrigerator. Take the ice off.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, freeze it and take the ice off, and then you got hooch left behind. Yeah, it's one of the ways of doing it. Yeah, but I don't do much now, and I never really got into winemaking very much. I did a few country wines, things like elderflower and things like that, but I mostly did beer, and the thing I did the most was Sugar Shine. I made quite a lot of that, and that's just easy to make. Yeah.
It's not legal over here, so that's why we didn't make it over here.
Yeah, we don't make it over here.
Yeah.
Well, it's not legal over here, but what at the time we were fully inside the European Union, and they weren't prosecuting around it because 2 or more of the member states of the EU were allowed to do it. So technically we were all allowed to do it. So they kind of hushed it up and kept it quiet and didn't make a big deal of it. But yeah. So there you go. I've openly admitted in public that I've made illegal booze. Right. What channels are your main source of inspiration?
I do most of the channel searching, so I have several, and I'm gonna give you about 4. Okay, the Air Fryer Queen, Booger 500 US.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Booger's great. Yeah.
My second one is a baker, and we love her too. the Bacon Diva.
Yes.
She gets in character.
Always entertaining.
And the one we started watching not long ago was Yesteryear, Jill.
All right. I don't know that.
And Pete, one of our best friends, yours and mine, and he's no longer with us, Bill and Florence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I really miss Phil. He was a great guy, wasn't he? I watched every single video he made from when I started to when he passed away, and I really feel for I really feel for Janet. I do. Yeah. It's that really affected me. It did for a while, because it was like he was larger than life and full of life, wasn't he?
Absolutely.
And then he made a video, and 2 days later he passed, and it was
he lived not far from us, and we never got a chance to get down there.
There's quite a few of you live fairly close together. My friends on Scott lives by, and
Dave the Bomb,
and and Ray Mac lives in Durham.
Ray Mac,
yeah. So there you go. There. So many of my. This is for the people watching. So many of my YouTube friends seem to come from the Carolinas, mostly from North Carolina, and most of those from Eastern North Carolina. So, which is rather apt, because I do have a penchant for their particular type of barbecue sauce, which is more vinegary, less sweet, and it's nice and spicy. It makes the best pulled pork.
I never had the vinegar. It does. I never had vinegar sauce. I'm from Texas, and I never had it until I moved here. And the first time, I was like, what is this? And then I liked it so well that the next time we had barbecue, we had some left over, and I put it in the crock pot, and I dumped a whole pot of the vinegar sauce on that. It was swimming in it. It was like soup. It was so good.
It is good. It's really, really good. It's really good. I love it, and it's simple enough to make, isn't it? I mean, I think I used Scott's recipe, didn't I? I think, it's going back a couple of years, but it's so easy to make. I just use a fruit jar, a jam jar, and then just throw it all together, give it a good old shake, and then leave it for 24 hours, and then it's perfect. It's nice when it's sat for a bit and in it after a day or so.
Yeah, you don't know what he's talking about. You take Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce and marinate your chicken in it.
Yes.
And then cook it. It penetrates it. It's lovely.
Yeah, got to do it. Right. So how would you describe your channel to other people? How would you describe it?
Sometimes it's a hot mess, but we just have so much fun doing it, and it's never the same. Even if we cook the same food, it's never the same twice in a row. We do everything. So there's something for everybody.
Yeah, I think that's a good description. There's a nice mixture of bakery. You did a fair few recipes with keto in mind, which are of interest to me, because I'm on a low carb diet for medical reasons. I'm diabetic, but we're coming up now to my second year of not needing any medication.
Cool.
I don't take any medication at all. I don't take insulin, don't take anything. In fact, I've got no insulin in the house, and some diabetics might think that would be dangerous, but it was about 2 years ago I went to my doctor to have a medical for driving taxis, which I was doing at the time, and the doctor said, whatever it is you're doing, just keep doing it. And I'd only been like 3 months on the keto diet by then. and I'd gone through the phase of having little nibbles of carbs, and it was a kind of a problem for me, because the more carbs you eat, the more you want. Yeah. So as soon as I got strict with myself, I was fine, and I've been fine ever since. So that's enough about me. Paddy Joe Cooking says, I bet Chef John and Rebecca would love Vegemite. Wrong.
Can we spackle with it? No, I bet
it's very hard to do. Have you ever had Marmite, John? British Marmite.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You'd know if you had.
I'll try anything. So
isn't it a very rich,
strong umami? Yeah. Salty. Deep. And I mean, in a blind taste test, I only think an Australian or a Brit could tell you the difference between Vegemite and Marmite. Vegemites, I prefer the flavour of Vegemite, but I prefer the texture of Marmite. So I can't really pick a winner myself, even though I know in my heart that Vegemite is wrong, you know. Hi, Emma's in the house. The Flavour of Life the Sustainable Way. That's Emma, my lovely friend from Nova Scotia.
Hi, Emma.
Emma's in the house. That's Emma, boys and girls. And that's her two little darling girls.
Aw.
Yeah, they're the sunshine in my life, I tell you. Lovely.
That was your first porcupine, right?
It was my first porcupine, yeah. Didn't it look like the face hugger from it did, didn't it? It looked awful. It looked like the face hugger from Alien. But I tell you what, by the time Emma had finished with it, it tasted all right. I mean, it's not something I think we both agreed at the time that it's a famine food, you know, it's a food where you'll eat to survive. But it's not particularly, you wouldn't go out and buy it, if you know what I mean.
I understand they kind of diseasey too.
Yeah, you'd eat it if you had to. Right, who else we got? Right, let's have a look. Expletives, Patrick.
Nobody around here talks like that.
Apparently, you know, when the punk band, the Sex Pistols, they made a record called Never Mind That Word, the bollocks. And at the time, there was a lawsuit about it. They tried to say that, but apparently it's an Old English word meaning clergy. The clergy. So yeah. Well, it's taken on a different meaning in modern English vernacular, I tell you. Right. What prompted you to go in the direction you eventually went with your channel?
Well, I think when we started out, we didn't know which way to go. We didn't know if we need to make short videos, long videos, and we found out we can't make short videos.
We talk too much.
Mark and Rosa are in the house. Hi, Mark. Hi, Rosa.
Hi.
Nice to have you here. Mark always comments on my videos, and he always puts really interesting and verbose comments. I really like to read them.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's always good fun to answer. Make sure you go to the link in the description below and check out the Cast Iron Skillet Kitchen channel, because John and Rebecca are waiting there to receive you and answer your questions and entertain you. You are gonna love these guys. You are gonna love these two, I tell you. If you don't know them already, you're gonna love them, because I think everyone should love them.
Thank you.
They've been friends of mine for a long, long time. Right. So when did you start your channel?
2017.
I came home from work one day and he had this old one of those digital cameras the size of a deck of cards, and yeah, it was waterproof. And our very first video was Amish onion patties, and it's actually posted on my YouTube channel. And it was, yeah, it went crazy. And we did get a couple of nasty comments by people that, oh, how do you know Amish cook like that? I said, if they don't, they'll never know, because they're not going to be watching this.
Yeah, they're not likely to watch it or comment.
Yeah,
yeah.
We're not going to offend anybody with that.
Amish don't know how to make panko crumbs.
Right? Yeah, somebody told us that too, because we use panko crumbs.
Yeah.
But it was, it was a lot of fun doing that, and that's when I thought he was crazy. You were out of your mind, mister. And he just puts in so much work at it that it's literally his second full-time job.
She wasn't even going to be in the videos until I made her get in front of one and a star was born.
That's lovely. Right. Questions. All right. I think you've had quite a lot of fun filming, but which of your videos did you have the most fun filming?
Well, there was two of them, but one Rebecca remembers. We did a collab. Dave the Bomb picked us, and we did candy ribs. And every time Rebecca would ask me, "What are you cooking?" I slowed the volume down in a real deep voice. Candy ribs. And I sped her up. She sounded like a little munchkin. What kind of ribs you making?
Rib candy.
And we said that throughout the whole video.
It was. People who watched it probably got really tired of it, but we didn't. We had so much fun with that. It was a blast.
I've been really enjoying when you do a lot of one pot baking things. I really enjoy those. I eat a lot of that type of food. Well, obviously because of my keto thing. Well, of my low carb. I don't like to say keto because it's not technically keto, but I've got an ultra low carb diet, so I tend to just roast everything, and I've been doing a few of those lately, and so I'm really enjoying your input on that. And every now and again, you go out and you throw something on the barbecue as well on the grill, don't you? And that's always good watching. There are a lot of barbecue channels. And I do watch a lot of barbecue channels, but it's nice to see someone who does a bit indoors and a bit outdoors. And yeah, that's what Phil was good for that, because he did the outdoors, and then Jan did the indoor stuff with her sides, Janet's sides. Yeah, that was lovely to watch. Yeah, I'm going to miss Phil.
Yeah.
Right. So, are you happy that you've answered that question?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay. Which of your videos was the hardest to record, to film?
I don't know if any of them were hard. What was hard about making videos, and if you're just starting out, editing. And learning your style of editing. Editing.
Yes.
We've done camera in camera.
Yes.
We had like 2 or 3 cameras, but our camera now, it has the option of doing.
It'll do a picture in picture.
Picture in picture. Yeah. So,
will it? Because they take ages to render. That's what puts me off, and they just take twice, 3 times as long to render, don't they?
Yeah, you have to use one sound and chop everything up, and then add it just right. It's hard. I quit that.
Yeah.
This new camera.
I'm okay with the tech stuff. It's just too much. I'm called the lazy cook, because I'm essentially quite lazy, so I find an easy way. Yeah.
I don't complain about any of it because he's doing all the editing now. I had tried it for a while, but I can't do it.
Question there from Mark and Rosa.
Never
I don't
heard
know
of
that
beanhole beans.
I don't know that either.
Is there another name for it? I've cooked everything in the military.
If you got another name for it, Mark, give us another clue. We'll do it. Right.
We'll look it up though. It could be another new video.
Yeah, I think perhaps the hardest that any of us do is in post production, really, isn't it? It's when we're trying to put the video together and which bits you want to drop out, which bits you want to keep. It's a lot of work, you know. It is, and people don't realize how much. There are some YouTubers that don't edit their work at all; they just run with it, don't they? But I can't do that.
I can't either because we got to keep it family, so a lot of stuff gets cut out.
Yes, I'm the same. That I was saying last week and the week before, I don't show my outtakes because none of them are for a family audience. The air turns blue around here, I tell you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, beanhole baked beans.
So
yes.
Tell me, how does a Texas girl meet a Gyrene? How does that all happen?
What we're doing right now.
How did we meet? Online.
You met online, really?
Online. Yes, we did. It was.
Oh, how fabulous!
He had sent me a Valentine's greeting, and I took it seriously, and here we are.
She took a plane ride to North Carolina.
I did, and let's see, we spent a total of 8 days together before we decided that it was fate and we needed to be together. So I sold everything I owned and moved here.
Well, here's one Limey that's glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Thank you. I'm glad I did too.
No, you make great watching. It's really nice to see you. The way you interact together as well. That's really nice. It's heartwarming. It's lovely stuff. Lovely stuff.
We end this each
the way forward.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. This is beans cooked in a Dutch oven overnight in the ground. I don't know that, John. Do you know it?
We just looked it up. I know that method, but I've never. You can't dig a hole in the ground here. It's like red clay.
Yeah.
You need a pickaxe getting it.
But it sounds intriguing.
Yeah, I've had a hole in the ground meal, a hangy meal in New Zealand. We went to a Maori sort of camp, and we did you did the whole tourist thing, you know, and we had this nice meal that was cooked underground. That was rather nice. Yeah, it was really, really a great experience, and it's got this rather unique sort of smoky taste, but all the ingredients they've got their own individual taste, but there's that pervasive sort of semi-smoky taste. It's not like anything you've had before. It's certainly not like American barbecue. It's nothing like it. It's a different taste. So they would traditionally wrap it in some kind of leaves, and then but they had all sorts in it. They had chickens, turkeys, and big dods of meat and lamb, because they got good lamb in New Zealand, and lots of lamb, and English stuffing, all cooked underground. Yeah.
If I bury something in the ground, I might find it 5 years later.
I think I figured out in my head how we could do this. So stand by, and we'll be coming up with it pretty soon, I guess.
There's a link in the description below, Bill. It's the first link in the description below the video, mate. So you'll be able to click it from there and then go straight to their channel. Right, let's go on to the next question, shall we? So if you're anything like me, I don't earn a lot, but most of my income comes from 3 old videos that kind of went a bit viral. So which of your videos has the most views?
Well, hers, because sometimes we cook together and separate. So hers is the most views. It's
My southern salmon patties.
93,000 views.
Wow.
And then I made a Pillsbury pizza crust and made a pepperoni pizza on it, 90,000 views.
It is just amazing how that one took off.
I know. It's like only one of my top 3 videos is a video I like and I think belongs there. But the other two, I'm not particularly proud of them, but they've just captured somebody's imagination and got syndicated. So they really do well. The videos I'm most proud of are the ones where I make the most out of absolutely nothing. You know, like doing the hammering thing that I've told you about before. When I go in the fridge, do a challenge, see what I can cook out of what I've got. They're the ones I'm the most proud of. And of course the trips are made because that took a lot of effort. But
mine are some of the technical ones I think went better, should have went better, like beef cordon bleu. It's a beautiful recipe. Seafood U-bird. And then they don't get much views.
Yeah, but there's a lot of internet chefs that are not chefs. I mean, like me, for instance, I'm just a cook. But Chef John is actually a chef. He was a chef in the United States Marines. And have you been a chef on board as well, on board ship?
No. They sent me to 2 schools plus a food inspection school, which was run by the Army.
All right. So
okay. And I worked as apprenticeship when I got out at a Marriott.
Yeah, so you're a real chef. I'm a cook. You're a chef. That's the way I see it. Yeah,
we're all chefs.
But I don't. I can understand how someone who's done all the training could get out of joint. You know, with people saying they were chefs when they're not. I think Alicia's a chef, isn't she? From what's her name? Alicia. She's one of my favorite people. Yeah. She's also in the United States. She's really good. I'll put a link in the description below to that, boys and girls. Or what I'll do is I'll put up a little link to Alicia's channel. And it depends what time we're at, but I'll check it out. Okay. How do you formulate your recipes? Because you do come out with quite a lot of original content, don't you? I mean, that's I mean, I don't know whether it's just from where you are, but I've not seen a lot of your stuff before. So you're a bit like Patrick here. You do your own creations, and I kind of like that. I really do like it actually a lot.
We sometimes find other recipes. And we just make them our own, but put stuff in there we like. Or I'll go take a long shower and say, "Hey, Rebecca, guess what I thought of?"
Yeah, or we'll see 2 or 3 different recipes that are, something in common, and we'll just cobble those together. But a lot of the time, it's his wild ideas that he's like, "How about if we do this, this, and this?" And I'll tell him it does not sound good at all, and we'll do it anyway, and it's always delicious. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. So we just, sometimes you get a taste or a hankering for something, and, how can I make this different? How can I make it, accessible to more people?
Patrick's remembered. Best Bites Forever, Alicia's channel. There you go. Channel. Yeah, she's a great channel. She did some rather happy, funky stuff just lately, and that was a lot of fun. But she's technically superb, isn't she? She really does a lot of good stuff. Right. So have you answered that question? How do you formulate? It's not an easy one to answer, is it?
From the hip, basically. Just pull stuff out, and just from experience, what goes good together.
Sometimes it's in the moment too. While we're filming, we're developing the recipe. And we've been really lucky. Things have always
just thought
worked out.
We just thought of today what we're gonna cook tomorrow, but we haven't figured out the details yet.
We know what we're going to cook, just not how we're going to cook it.
Yeah. Patrick and Emma are talking about Emma's nice Welsh rarebit. Have you ever heard of Welsh rarebit?
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a very, very popular dish with British Army chefs because they could. It costs next to nothing to put it together, and it's really delicious. But it's made with cheese and beer, and it's really good. Yeah, anything made with beer is all right, especially with Patrick. You know. Okay, these guys are savages. Some of these guys are savages. I tell you, they're great. They're great in the chat. How old were you? This is first to Rebecca. How old were you when you started cooking, Rebecca?
Oh, 17.
Really? So fairly late, really.
Yeah, I never cooked growing up. My mom always did that, but I always got to clean up. And I would watch her, and I learned a lot, I think. And I just kept trying to learn, and I'm still trying to learn.
Yeah, it is. How
about you?
I don't really remember. I mean, we were always young. I mean, we wasn't putting anything amazing together, but if you wanted something to eat, you went there and cooked it or folded it together in bread or something. Yeah.
Beer is high carb. It's not low carb. It's very high carb.
If you're drinking low carb, you're not drinking beer.
That's why I don't drink much. I have to save up my naughty points and drink them like one beer every 2 days or something like that.
Like a broken cookie has no calories.
Yeah. Yeah. And again now to John. How old are you, mate, when you started?
Like I said, I think I was in my teens. I don't really remember. But once you got in the Marine Corps and started cooking, you know, you start off slow, then you go, I got it. It's like any job, you know, you do it for something. I got it.
Yeah. With me, I was quite young to it. I came quite young to it. My mum had a few mental health problems, so myself and my siblings learned to cook quite early on. You know, because if mum was off on one, as we'd say it, we'd probably just cook something up for ourselves. But I kind of. I mean, I went through all the stage of deep frying eggs and all the stupid things you do when you're a kid. But one of the lovely things is to watch Emma's children learn. They really are stood around her apron strings in the kitchen, and they don't miss a trick. And each of them is becoming quite adept. I mean, her 2 teenage kids are great bakers, great cooks. They're already, you know, they're already there, and the little ones, they're coming on great. So that's why deliberately why I don't swear on my channel, because I want to encourage children, and I think that's, you know, channels like yours are great because parents can sit their children down and watch that, watch you interacting and having. Mike's with us from Mr. Castellan. Hi, Mike. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for joining us. Mike will be on soon. Patrick's on tomorrow night, and Mike's on next week. So that should be a lot of fun. Right. That's. I'm surprised. I thought you would have been. Both of you would have been cooks from very early age, from how much passion you have for it and how much knowledge you have for it. I would have thought you'd started in your infancy. Yeah. Oh well, interesting, isn't it? How
I used to watch a channel. I don't know if she still has one or not, but My Blind Mama Cooks.
Oh yeah.
And she was blind, and she was cooking in the kitchen and teaching her daughter how to cook. Awesome videos.
fantastic.
Haven't seen anything
Fantastic.
from them lately.
Yeah, I think I don't know if she may still put them out, but she stopped for a while.
You know, I still have my first cookbook that I ever got, and it's a paperback Betty Crocker book that the cover's torn off and it's split in two, and still love that book. I learned a lot of cooking just out of that book.
Those are good books.
Yeah.
That's
And
fabulous.
Google's taught me a lot.
Yeah, I always used to look at cookbooks as a kid, but that's all we had back then. We didn't have internet, but did we? But I've not looked at cookbooks for quite well. Actually, that's a bit of a lie. I've looked at. Do you know Mangchi, the one that does the Korean food? She's massive channel, about 5 million. She does Korean food. I bought her book, and I've also got a book from Hot Thai Kitchen as well. So I love Thai food, and I love the Korean fried chicken, KFC.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Trust me on that. It's a good one. Right. I kind of know the answer to this, but well, let's expand it a little bit. The question is, do you work to a script or do you just wing it? I know that you probably largely discuss it ahead of the time, but you don't work to any kind of script. Well, let's get your answer on it.
Well, if she's doing something and has her own mind at doing it, I let her do it, because sometimes she can't explain it to me. Same way for me, I might have something in my mind and she don't really understand what I'm trying to put out there. But once we step back and I see her doing something, I'm going,
he knows. Yeah, he knows where I'm going with that. But we don't really plan out, shots ahead of time or anything like that. It's, just live, I guess. We don't plan any of it in advance, other than what the food is going to consist of.
Yeah, she may say we're going to cook. She may say we're going to cook ribs, but we're going to use gochujang on it. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to do them in the sous vide. It's just we make up our mind as we go along. A lot of times.
So much cooking equipment.
That's Aspen's the girl in the foreground in the little picture there, and she's quite a clever little girl. She is quite a smart one. She's now working her way through Mrs. Beaton's household cookbook. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? A child, of that age, just going ahead with it. I'm so impressed with those children. Amazing. Right. I couldn't work to a script. If I tried, I'd have more bloopers than I would footage, because I'm no good at that sort of thing. I'm not diligent enough to read one and work through it and learn it.
Right.
Yeah.
I just flow I just do what I do, don't I? Yeah.
The process takes long enough as it is. We don't need to be memorizing a script.
No. So which is your favorite YouTube foodie channel? There's two answers, two people. Yeah.
Yours.
Absolutely.
We love the Lazy Cook.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Apart from mine, I'm very flattered, but yeah.
No, I've told John, I said, I have such a crush on his voice. I love your voice. It's it's soothing, it's entertaining, it's warm, it's just like a blanket to wrap you in. How poetic was that?
She likes Rod's voice too from Granddad.
Oh yeah,
What's Rod's
Granddad
name? He's
Gourmet.
your neighbor.
Grandpa Gourmet,
yeah.
Granddad.
Oh, I don't know that
Gourmet
channel.
Granddad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gourmet Granddad.
Roger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rod.
Roger. Yeah.
You know Raj.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a southern English accent. He's
got a
rather
strong,
well spoken.
strong,
He's a nice
strong.
bloke.
Yeah.
He's a nice bloke. I love his stuff. I love his.
If y'all out there haven't seen him, go check his channel out.
He's done some
good.
pretty good Mediterranean style food as well. He's kind of up on his Mediterranean, and it's really good. That's another one. So I'll mention that, and I'll put a little link up to that. So that's Roger.
Gourmet Granddad.
And Spain on a fork. I always like Spain on a fork.
And one of my
Spain on a
favorite guys.
fork.
Yeah.
I don't know that one. Don't know that one. I'll have to look it up.
It's been a while since I've watched it, honestly, but the guy is he's very entertaining and energetic and just so enthusiastic about what he's doing. You can't help but just want to go and cook what he's cooking.
Yeah, he's got a deep radio voice.
Yeah.
Tom's
really
in the house. Hi, Tom. Thanks for joining us,
Hi,
Tom.
Tom. And you have
Is
a good
there
point
anyone
there,
I've
Tom.
missed? Yeah, that's the way I look at it as well, Tom. Right. Before we go on, if there's anybody watching this either live or at any time in the future, if you'd like to be a guest on Meet and Chat, there's also a link to my email in the description below this video. Ping me an email and let's start the ball rolling, because I'm sure my audience would like to meet you, and I'm sure perhaps your audience would like to meet me too. Let's work something out, shall we? All right.
Hey, and where's the link to buying you a cup of coffee?
Oh, it's all there is a link to buy me a cup of coffee in the link below
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah. Everybody check that out, and let's all buy Pete some coffee.
He likes it dark and rich.
Caffeine. Pete needs caffeine. Yeah, I'm struggling trying to get an online business started up at the moment, so everything is gratefully received. Thank you very much. Right, which is your favorite YouTube non-foodie channel?
I like animal videos. Little Dachshunds running around talking.
What's his name? I was just watching a video today, a dachshund video. I love dachshunds.
I had these down: Moon Pie and Moon Pie Starbucks and Crusoe the Dachshund.
Yeah, Crusoe the dachshund.
They're funny.
They're very, very entertaining, where the dogs have a life of their own outside of their owners, and it's really, really funny stuff.
I treat my dog the same way. I treat them like they talk to me.
So you probably liked Alicia's when she did a pooch training videos. She did some, didn't she, some time back? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know about his son and space life. I knew Rog did gardening. Oh, that's interesting.
I have to check that out.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Thanks. Right. So have you answered that? You happy with that? You answered it? Yeah. Can't think of mine right now. I love all of them.
Yeah.
I kind of like things on American muscle cars. I know it's very un-British of me, but I absolutely adore American muscle cars and yachts. I like yachts as well. What are your short-term goals for your channel, and what are your long-term goals for your channel?
That's a hard question. I don't know if we really set goals. I mean, we would like anything else to get more views, more subscribers, and help out some other channels, especially the ones that are starting to come up. As long term, maybe when we're retired, we're still getting a little bit of income from this stuff. You still got to have insurance and all that. So
I think I would like
Absolutely.
to just continue learning and sharing with other people. Helping out where we can. It's the least we can do.
Good food is made for sharing, that's for sure.
But yeah.
I'll often comment that on friends' videos, and I'll say shared because good food should always be shared.
Right.
It's a fact, isn't it? Yeah. It belongs.
Yes, it is.
I don't like this where people say, "Oh, that's my recipe." And it's not your recipe; it's everybody's recipe. It's why you can't patent a recipe.
You can't
food
copyright
belongs to
a
everyone.
recipe.
No,
Yeah.
Food belongs to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, some of the internet chefs and some of the TV chefs have got out of joint over that. But sorry, guys, food's there to be plagiarized and enjoyed.
That's right.
Just the way it is. Where do you see your channel in 5 years' time?
Bigger, much
Just
bigger.
I mean,
and just growing and maybe branching out. As far as doing like maybe some aprons. And John wants to get into the spice business. We have a couple of spice blends that we're real fond of doing, and so we've been toying with the idea of selling them.
That's
although
a great idea.
You can get the recipe free, but yeah. So that's kind of, it's not an official goal, but that's we want to branch out, build the brand.
Merch, get some merch going. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've said to myself, this is why I'm trying to push for 10,000 now, because once I reach that, that's when I'm going to start doing things that are kind of branded, and maybe sell the odd branded stuff in the space, the below, like Teespring, the t-shirts and that sort of thing. But I want to get to that psychological point of 10,000 before I do it. It's just me. It's just my own thought. But I do like the idea of merch. I couldn't do the spice blend thing like you're planning to do. And I'll tell you for why. Patrick knows why. I've already told him, is that I wing it every time I make a spice blend, and I never know what went in it. I don't know the exact, and I taste it and I think, God, that was so good. I wish I'd written it down, and I never do. I just wing it.
I can remember what we measured. When we measured, I can pretty much go back and write a recipe that we just made up.
He makes me write stuff down as he's adding it.
Yeah, little notes.
Space life.
It's a lot of. It's like.
Right, where were we? Okay. So 5 years' time, you're going to be bigger. You'll be much bigger. Trust me, you're going to be huge.
Well, it's a slow process. But it's just a matter of getting in front of that. I personally believe there's a kind of critical mass. Once you've got out to a certain point, and I've seen my friends do it, like Reshmi from Taste of Trini. She got out beyond a certain number, and then all of a sudden it jumped. It jumped right up. Mm-hmm. It seemed to jump. I mean, she'd probably argue that it wasn't overnight, but it to me it seemed really. Oh yeah.
I was counting her at 30,000, and then fairly soon after that, she was at 120,000, which is where she's around now. So that's in. I mean, but it's not all about subscriptions. It's also about watch time, engagement in your channel, comments, and I think a lot of new YouTubers don't quite see that at first. They can see they tend to hyper focus on the subscribers as a tangible sort of point. But if you look at your own stats and you look at the engagement in your own stats, these are very important metrics. How many respond to your comments, chat to people, get them engaged, get them invested in you, because that's kind of how you know, I thought when I was at 300 that I'll never keep up with the comments, but I do. I deliberately do, and I also watch my friends' channels, and but it does take time, of course. But
what I do now, this is not putting off on any other YouTuber channels, but I watch. I don't say I watch, but I play everybody's whole video.
Yes, I do. Yes,
that whole play. But
yes.
Some they're just very intriguing. I watch them, but
yes,
the general ones I just click on it. I see what they're doing, and I just let it play and give them that credit.
And I'll click on ads just to to help out that way.
That's nice. I'm very I'm very much the same. Yeah, very much the same. I'd say.
But it's respect. You give them that. They come to your channel. You don't know how much they watch.
I always give them a full view. I'll have, even if I've got 12 tabs open, they're all full viewing. They're all running. And then we patently don't have enough time to watch all of them all the time.
No way.
But I'll skip through and I'll watch, and then something will catch my eye, like you said, and then you sit and you watch it, and then you think, oh, I've not seen that before, and then you go and watch it. And but there are some of my viewers, and I won't say which ones, some of my channels I watch, some of the people I'm subscribed to, who I will watch all their content exhaustively, and that's kind of it's mainly because I don't want to miss a trick, some people that are doing things that I've never even got near in my life, I've not seen, and I'm learning something new every day. And that's important.
Well, your channel's doing very good when you've got more people who are not YouTubers, right? You got just regular people watching your channels.
Yes.
Because all the small channels, you have YouTubers watching you. You have other cooking shows. But when you start seeing that general public out there and they're outnumbering your other viewers,
yes,
you're making it.
Yeah, you're doing all right at that point. The ones that generally the ones that come on the live chats are about half and half. I find it depends when I go on as well, because at certain times of day I'll catch more people from a certain area. So if I go live at 5 in the afternoon, I'll catch all my Indian friends over in India.
I love international shows. All of them.
Yeah, I do. I love the Indian ones. The thing that we have a lot of Indian food in Britain, in Indian restaurants in Britain, but what we don't have is the culture of eating Indian street food snacks. Mm-hmm. And trust me, they are so good. They've got, the Indian diaspora that live in Trinidad, and they're about half and half racially between people of African extract and people of Indian or Middle Eastern extract. So the Indian food culture of 140 years ago, 160 years ago, kind of froze in time and then developed in Trinidad. So you've got this separate sort of food culture that's now part of all Trini food culture. So they've got this fantastic food, snack food going on. And India, of course, is amazing. Anyone who's ever traveled in India will tell you the street snack food is...
They've been cooking for a long time.
Yeah, and a lot of people say derogatory things about it, but it's not true.
They've had a lot of practice.
You'll never get a bad stomach from it, because these people live by their reputation. If they get one bad case of something, and then they'll lose their livelihood, and they can't afford to. So the food is generally excellent. Emma asks, spice blends, great. Do you get much in the way of wild spices or herbs where you live?
No, we're kind of in city country, but we like to take like orange peels, dehydrate them, and make our own orange dust. That's what we call it, orange dust. It goes great on chicken, fish.
Dehydrate, grind it up, and good stuff.
Add a little lemon to it, lemon peel.
I like your carnitas recipe. That's nice.
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah.
I did a lot.
Yeah, you did oven carnitas, huh?
Oh, he did when he posted that the most recent carnitas. I think we have 3 now. But yeah, he did some research.
You did one.
And, his came out really, really
couple
good.
of 3 months ago, 6 months ago, something like that. You did one. Did
6 months.
You do one outdoors? Yeah. Outdoors in a discarder.
We might have. No, my discarder.
We did a stir fry.
We did a stir fry out there. I love that discarder. I wish I could cook on it more, but and that little tiki grill, little hibachi grill, that's fun.
Yeah, they're nice. They're good. They're really good for doing Mediterranean style kebabs as well. They're fabulous.
You got to watch them though, because if the grease gets out on the coals, you're gonna flame up on you.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's the little square hibachi types. They're more like the ones that Turks and Arabs use. They're very much like it. They're quite efficient because you don't need an awful lot of charcoal, and they just literally roll these big wide flat skewers around with the meat on it.
I like the Russian ones where they put the charcoal on one side and they put it on a skewer and sit it in there and let it cook and just turn it every now and then. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Carnita. Thanks, Bill. That's really kind of you to say so, my friend. I'll put it up. Yeah, we met at the Islam Food Fest, which was turned because of the Rona. They turned it into a virtual event, and I met Bill. I was just nosing around all the rooms, because there were rooms like this with lots of different rooms with people chatting, like we are now,
right?
And the public could just hop in and join in and chat. So like they can here, it's more or less the same interface. And I just got chatting with Bill, and we've been friends ever since. Yeah, it's great.
I like your videos when you take your brother around and y'all go eat somewhere at a nice little little cottages and stuff.
Yeah, that's really we're very, very lucky in North Wales to have such beautiful places, and you've got lots of little villages and valleys, and each one's got its own charm, and it is amazing. There's still more to be done. There's lots of places we can take you. Once it all gets, I'd like to take you onto the island of Anglesey and show you all around that.
You still have your bike? Nice.
Yeah, the trike. Yeah, we have the. Yeah, my brother's got a Triumph Bonneville. It's a special edition Bonneville, and we've got the Triumph Rocket 3 trike.
Yeah, Pete has some good touring videos. Yeah, they're nice.
Thank you. Yeah, they were great. They were great fun to make. Just like riding along on the holding my camera. I've got this little steady cam thing. It's
I remember when you bought that and you showed that.
Yeah, it's this little, and I fire it up, and it sort of does like a little robot thing. It's a little diddy thing. There's a later version of this out now from DJI. So all the equipment I use is in the description below, boys and girls, if you are interested in what I use. So yes, I do love street food. Hong Kong. I remembered the fish paste that they had, this sort of fish paste they put on the back of a piece of eggplant and deep fried it. And that's what this one street vendor did. He did nothing else. And of course, you go along the street going from one vendor to another, and you have what they have, and you can have a whole meal doing it. It's fantastic. Hong Kong is the best place on earth I've ever been for food. It's, you know, just in the space of a few minutes walk, you can go from Hong Kong dim sum restaurants, which is some of the best food you'll ever eat, and to Cantonese, all kinds of Chinese cuisines, and there are many. New York Jewish restaurant and an Australian, restaurant, Korean restaurant, everything all within just a few minutes walk from each other. Really incredible. Mike's taking off. Are you, Mike? Good night, mate. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, mate.
Thank you.
And we've been on an hour already, so we haven't got into the. Are you okay staying another 5 minutes or so?
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good with it. All right, I'm sure
Yeah.
some of us. Emma's taking off. Night, Emma, and love to the
Night.
family. Much love to everyone. Thanks for joining us. Right. What would you like to say to our audience here now, and bearing in mind that people will be watching this in the days to come too?
Well, we hope you come to our channel and don't watch just the new stuff. Everybody can see some of the old stuff. We put a lot of our best recipes out that we thought when we started up trying to get views and subscribers. A lot of awesome recipes.
Yes, I'd say that too. There's a couple of cringy ones I've got right in the beginning, but what you do is you're trying to impress people, aren't you, early on? So you put your best recipes up. There's a couple that I've redone as well.
But we too.
Oh,
yeah.
Mike's still with us. That's great. Thanks. All right, mate. All right. On to the and the link for Cast Iron Skillet Kitchen channel is in the description just below. Just look down there, and it's right there for you. Okay. And make sure you go check out the videos. Check out, a few videos, and if you like it, subscribe. And if you want to subscribe, make sure you click the bell icon and select all to make sure you get a notification every time they upload a new video. And the same goes for my channel as well. Do the same. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps us out an awful lot. Thank you.
All love comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we love your comments. The comments are an important metric. If we can show that YouTube that we're engaging our audience, it's a major important metric, and it will help get our videos pushed up and pushed to the front.
And we want to know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to know what you're
about. If you don't leave a
about.
comment, we don't know you're there.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons we do this. I mean, I can speak for myself. One of the reasons I do it is I want to leave a legacy of what I know. I'm not going to live forever, and I want to leave a legacy. And I particularly want to encourage youngsters to learn to cook. I want them to, stop buying convenience food and start cooking. And start learning to cook. Yeah. Where would you bury hidden treasure if you had some?
In my backyard.
Yeah. You dig up some of that hard clay, right?
Right.
I told her I would take old dirty undies and wrap it up in it and shove it in an old dirty shoe. And I'm not gonna touch it.
Am I burying it for somebody to find? Then I would do it in the mountains in New Mexico, just because it's so beautiful up there.
Well, she buries in the backyard. They got to get by the dogs.
All right. Oh, thanks for coming, Mark. Appreciate your time. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. And Mark and Rosa, they're off to get some pizza. Lovely.
Ah,
That sounds
enjoy.
Okay, that's from Bill Kong for you. They tried to hook up. There you go. If you can just let him know. How about you? They're in a different interface at the moment, Bill.
Yeah.
So as soon as they get free, they'll be able to check out on that for you.
Yeah.
So right, what would you dip a chicken nugget in, apart from the trash?
Honey mustard.
Honey mustard. Yeah, now that's classy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. Melissa from One Hot Bite, she said honey mustard. Yeah, yeah.
I like to take one nugget in ranch, eat it. One nugget in buffalo sauce, eat it, and just keep.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now that works for me. That does, especially the hot sauce and then the creamy,
and the cool, the hot,
ranch.
Cool.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. That works for me. So does honey and mustard. So,
oh yeah.
But it'd have to be a proper nugget made, made nicely. I don't like those MRM things they get in huge freezer bags for. Ooh, don't like them.
Yeah.
They're not nice.
We fry them up in water; they'll be good.
Yeah, I do like hot sauce. I'm one of those siempre picante. I like it. I like it always hot. Yeah. What's your favorite junk food?
Ooh, I don't know. All of it.
Yeah, burgers, pizza, everything. Yeah.
Yeah. French fries. Okay. French fries. Probably my favorite.
A good burger with everything on it.
Yeah, I love a burger.
Done right, that's not junk.
That's one of the few times you'll see me eating any kind of bread.
You'll be having a lot of junk on you to get rid of if you eat them enough.
What do you drink with dinner?
Water.
Water, unsweet tea.
Yeah, I don't drink sweet tea. I like water tea. I occasionally have a beer, very, very, very seldom, but I do have one.
We stopped that a while back. We stopped drinking a few years back.
Yeah.
We did enough when we were younger to last to the rest of our life.
Yeah.
I think I did too. That's probably how I ended up diabetic. Right.
Yeah.
What movies could you watch over and over and still love? What movies do you watch?
Mine's the same answer on the last time we was on here, the Monty Python movies.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all of them.
I don't have any. I'm one of these. I can't watch a movie again and again. I can't. I could read a book over and over again, but I can't watch a movie more than once. It bores me at that point.
I think I'm on my about somewhere near 20th time I've watched Enter the Dragon, the Bruce Lee film from 1970.
Classic.
Yeah, I love to watch that film. I just like to see the moves and stuff. Bruce Lee was kind of magic, wasn't he? He was amazing, absolutely amazing. The first time I saw him eating that snack out of the bag in Big Boss, the Big Boss.
Big Boss.
And he was walking down the street, loads of attitude, and he was eating his crunch, and then he saw something in his face, and he looked at it, and I thought, he's a right little hard nut, he is. And the rest of the film was amazing. Yeah. What's that? Let's see what Bill's got for us. It would be good to explore the many ways to eat a Kit Kat.
Off of it? Yeah, just chewing the chocolate off of it and exposing the cookie part, the wafers. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Butterfinger or Reese's Cups.
Oh yeah, Reese's Cups. Yeah, I had a friend who was right into those. Yeah, he was right into his Reese's. My brother likes them as well because they're peanut butter and chocolate, aren't they? Like
Yeah. Heath
chocolate
bars
with
are good.
Yeah.
Got
Oh,
the
speak of the
toffee.
devil, look. Speak of the devil, and he turns up. Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Right.
Appreciate that. Say hi.
Yeah,
Get in the camera.
if you can see me.
You have to come. There he
you.
is.
Hi.
There's his nib. It's me brethren. Yeah, it's good. Thanks, Dick. Thanks for the tea. Nice, get a nice hot tea.
Hey.
Right.
Sure.
What did you want to be when you were a child?
Independent. I wanted to move out of the house so bad. As far as a job, I think I wanted to do everything, all the stereotypical things: teacher, fireman, radio disc jockey, which I actually did for a little while, but there's no money in that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow.
it was fun, but no money in it. And then I just kind of fell into what I'm doing now, which I'm a dispatcher, but I've held other positions within my company to get to where I am now. And don't say I was ever looking forward to doing this when I was a kid, but it is. It's interesting. It's never boring. How about you?
Sister J is in the house. Hi, Sister J. I watched her lovely Aki's and saltfish dish. It's the national dish of Jamaica, and there's a very special place in my heart for it because one day when I was probably at a very low ebb, a beautiful neighbour came and brought me some Aki's and saltfish, and it was one of the nicest things I've ever had. So it's stuck to my heart, that one. So Sister J has her own channel. She does some great dishes. I've only had the chance to watch her one video today, but I will be looking at more in the future. So it's great to have you here, Sister J. Thank you. Have you ever cried because you were so happy?
Sure. I hope everybody has.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You have. Would you like to expand on it? Yeah.
Recently, I don't know if all of you know about that I got sick over the summer.
Yes.
Was pretty bad shape. I did have cancer. But it was removed and everything. Right now, I got news today that my gene test come out good. So I'm not.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm not really. They don't have to watch it as good, but all of the YouTubers, my Facebook friends, all my work, all the support that I had, and especially I work at a school, and our PTO, parent teacher organization, really pitched in for me, and it's just and the little kids that send me letters. I work at a elementary school, private school, and those kids, you can't do it now because of COVID, but you go to work every day, you get a little hug. Hey, Mr. John.
They made the sweetest video for him, telling him how much they all missed him, and that made him cry. And
I soaked the whole way.
Yeah, it was just the sweetest video with the parents and the kids, from their homes. And somebody put it all together and they posted it. They posted on Facebook for you, and it was amazing. He is so loved at his job, and
that's very heartwarming to receive.
It is.
It's nice to know you love John. It is.
It sure is, and and you don't really know until you get in those binds like that. And
no, it's very humbling, isn't it? Yeah. Very humbling.
And you don't know what to do to make it back up to them too. I mean, it's just, how can you top that? Just amazing.
I think it's probably wise just not to even try, because spontaneous outbursts of love like that from children are as good as it gets.
Oh yeah,
as good as life gets.
Yeah.
Really, that's what, and they're what it's all about, aren't they? The children, really. It's all about bringing
pure
them
love.
on, and
That's
it's the real thing.
Yeah, real thing there.
Hi, Liz. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for dropping in. She can't stay, but thanks for coming along. Thanks for showing up.
Liz.
Thanks, Liz.
Really appreciate that. Liz, if you need to see Cast Iron Skillet Kitchen's channel, have a look at the link in the description below. Right, we're almost at the last question. Do you sing when nobody's around to hear you?
I don't care who's around.
It
don't sound good, but
he will be belting them out.
Who cares?
He has the
It's just fun,
headphones
innit,
on.
really?
Yeah, and it's just
and I know a lot of songs.
Yeah,
uh,
I'm a music buff. Yeah,
it entertains me so much. I'll be in the other room and I'll hear him. It just tickles me, and he just does it anywhere, everywhere. He doesn't care, and I only do it.
Go on. Yeah.
I only do it when nobody's around. It's like dancing. I'm not going to let anybody, witness some of that.
Yeah. Okay. So I was going to say, do you also gyrate the gyrene?
I couldn't if I wanted to. I don't want to make it anymore.
Yeah, used to.
Used to. I'll fall down, hurt something.
Patrick wants you to sing him a song. I don't think he's going to have much chance, is you, mate? You're going to sing a song.
He might move to America. I can't do that.
Sing your own bucket song.
Spontaneous combustion. That's from Bill there. Scientific. Yeah, it is. It's
spontaneous combustion.
I often say that that in a similar way to Ray Mack says, he said love everyone and hate nobody.
He's the kindest man.
He's a lovely bloke. He really is. He's a good guy. He's got a good heart, and I say the same. The ones we should really fear are those who try to divide us as human beings, because they'll try to divide you along political grounds, along grounds of race, along grounds of music choice, every way that they can divide you. Men and women, they'll try and divide anything to break it up. But these are the people that need to divide you because they want to rule you, and they're the real ones we should fear in this world. I think that's
absolutely, yeah.
So the thing that we're into is food, and all foodies I've met are the same. They're all and wine buffs as well. They're people that enjoy the company of others. They're people that celebrate the difference between people, not celebrate the difference between the sexes, celebrate the difference between whatever, but don't trust people who want to put you in a group, separate you, control you. Yeah, they want to put you in little boxes. Yeah, I don't trust people like that because it's ostensibly. In my opinion, I'm an old Methodist boy, but it's evil, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
people are trying to break you up. Yeah. Bill can sing in Welsh. He lives in Llangollen. You know that beautiful town I take you to every now and again. I can't see with the River Dee running through it. That's where Bill lives. The lucky so and so.
Yeah,
he's in Hong Kong at the moment, but he lives in. He's got a place in Llangollen. Lucky man. Because every excuse I can get, I'm in that place. Right, I think we're pretty much we've gone 24 minutes over time, but I think you've obviously left a great impression on the people that are here, because they're still here, most of them. And it's been a particularly great pleasure for me to have my longtime friends here on the channel. Sorry for all that weird stuff in the beginning, but I get a bit autistic from time to
We
time.
won't tell you why it happened at the beginning.
I got such a kick out of that. It'll be our secret.
Yeah. Well, I might have to edit it out the front bit of the video, actually, just to, because people might watch that and then switch off because they don't like to see that kind of stuff. So
right.
I'll probably edit that out. Right. So all that remains is for us. Oh, Mrs. Cast Iron's in. Teresa's here. Hi, Teresa.
Hi.
Teresa's come in the house just to say hi. Mrs. Cast Iron. She's lucky. She gets to eat all that gorgeous food. I don't know. I like it when he does them big cook-ups in his pot outside. They're nice, aren't they? Cook-ups. I like that sort of thing. Love one pot food. Right, so we're going to wrap this up, boys and girls. Apologies to anyone who's only just joined us, Teresa. But we've been at it an hour and a half now, so we're going to sign off. Say a big thank you to you, because it's about you guys. This is all about you. And it's about building a community for each of us here.
Right.
For John and Rebecca, who've got this amazing channel, go check it out. Give them lots of love. Make sure you don't just turn up and then dash away. Just leave a comment and get some dialogue going with these people, these lovely people. And
we
I'm
respond to everybody.
Yeah, they do. They do. And they've been good, loyal friends for got to be 4 years now, isn't it?
4 years.
I think. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So that's the way that goes. And much love to all you guys out there as well. All those guys watching right now, and all those guys that will be watching in the future. And we're going to sign off. And good night from us.
Bye,
Anything last
coffee.
words?
Good night, everybody.
Dark
Thank
and
you
rich.
for coming over. Don't forget the coffee. Buy Pete some coffee. There's a link down below.
Yeah, you have to get yourself one of those buy me a coffee links. You go, if you follow my link, you'll be able to sign up yourselves, and then you put one in your. Yeah, it's easy enough to do. You could do all sorts of perks as well on it. Coffee perks.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
I think they call them perks as well. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, thank you. It's been a real honor and a pleasure for me to have you on the meet and chat. And I know we're going to remain friends for the future as well.
I really enjoyed it.
All right. Bye, guys. Love you all.
Bye
now.
Bye. We love you. Take care.